Well, as San Francisco struggles with one of the worst housing crises in the nation, developers are eyeing the city's western neighborhoods as a sort of new frontier.
And as Susie Steimle reports in tonight's Project Home, some residents are putting up a fight.
In the heart of San Francisco's Sunset District, this old apartment building on Irving Street has become the latest flashpoint in the battle over housing. The new owner converted the first-floor parking garage into 5 new units and is doubling the number of bedrooms on the second and third floor to make 41.
We're concerned that with a big apartment like this, where he's cutting up the apartments into bedrooms, that he'll turn it into a motel.
Jim Philliou has lived on the block for 25 years.
We feel like we have an absentee landlord, running a piece of the neighborhood.
Horrible problem.
For sure it's going to cause,
Larry and Barbara Delaney are also longtime residents.
In those 40 bedrooms, there could be as many as 80 people. And if even 20 of them have cars, it will be a nightmare for this neighborhood.
Adding to their fears for the future are growing suspicions about how the construction ever got started. It turns out the San Francisco Building Department signed off on the permit without sending it to planning first for final approval. And the signature made neighbors even more suspicious. Tom Way is the former building department chief. He resigned in March after being implicated in a federal corruption case involving former Public Works Director Mohammed Nuru.
He was the one who approved the plans, even though he knew or should have known that he didn't have the right to do so without sending them to the planning department first.
It's a red herring. It means nothing.
Brian Veit is the developer of the project.
I'd never met him, and honestly, I didn't even know he ran the department. I had no interaction with him.
He says he's just trying to do the right thing.
We're trying to house people. We're trying to find a safe place for someone to put their head at night and close the door. I mean, I'm just going to call a spade here. This kind of privileged, rich owner opposition is exactly what has prevented housing, especially on the west side. And that's what's always presented difficulties to providing affordable housing.
What is the affordable part of this, and what does that look like?
The reason is their rent is fixed. This building is 100% rent controlled.
But it would be starting out at market rate, so it wouldn't be affordable housing.
No, but my point is that is a kind of affordable housing.
While these new units will be rent controlled, there's no guarantee that they'll be affordable. And we've learned that there's a new push to create more housing like this in the Richmond and the Sunset.
The clear answer from a regional point of view is to try to put the housing within the existing metropolitan area.
Randy Rentschler is with the Association of Bay Area Governments that recently added the traditionally low-density western neighborhoods to a list of priority development areas. He says the biggest obstacle to creating more housing anywhere in the Bay Area is resistance from neighbors.
I have heard every reason under the sun as to why we wish it would be built someplace else. And that has been the reason that we have the crisis that we have.
Meanwhile, on Irving Street, the fight over the old apartment building has escalated. Veit has now submitted new plans for a 4th floor with 8 more bedrooms that neighbors say is going to obstruct ocean views.
We're driving the speed limit. We're in a 40x height district. That means we're allowed to go up to 40 feet. And we're only at 30 feet. Yes, it is dense, but my question would be, when you want to tackle the housing crisis, how are we going to do that without densifying?
But neighbors told us Veit promised in a text message that he would abandon plans for a 4th floor if they dropped their opposition to the 2nd and 3rd.
Once the developers received the approval for the 2nd and 3rd floor, they broke the agreement and proceeded to submit the plans for the 4th floor. It was totally manipulative.
We're not against more housing. If he was going to commit to build affordable housing for people that need it, then we'd have to reconsider, I think, our concerns, but he's made no commitments to do that.
The Department of Building Inspection turned down our requests for an interview for this story, but they did send us a statement in which they confirm that these plans for this building should have gone to the planning department. They also told us that Tom Huey's name was only on that paperwork because he was the head of DBI at the time.
You know, Susie, it's easy to see both sides of this story. You see the people who have lived in these neighborhoods for 30 years. They don't want to see it change. But then you also see the other side of it. You have to find a place for people to live, and this is the only way to do it. You have to start building on what you have. So what's the latest with all this?
So we are following up on this. They are meeting before the Planning Commission tomorrow, in which they're going to discuss that fourth floor. So we'll continue to follow this and let you know what happens, because you're right, Liz, we need housing, but there's a lot of disagreement over exactly how we should do it.
Sure, where it's going to be. All right, Susie, thank you. We posted the building department's full statements about the project on our website, kpix.com. And keep sending your stories and ideas to projecthome@cbs.com, and see all of Susie's reporting on our website.